Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily futures market review for the trading day ending Monday, November 3rd. Firstly to gold futures, and here we saw for the previous day's trading a very strong bearish breakout down below the important round number 1200 level of support that was tested on the day prior to that, but also the important swing low at the 1185 region. The market took that area out in a fairly strong bearish manner. Very large black body candle. It means that we've had a very large amount of net momentum to the downside for that day's trading, but we did see the sellers lose commitment down below the 1170 level of support, and we've seen some price rejection from there. For today's trading, we've seen the market open below the 1170 area, test just above there, and fail to close up above the 1170 area. So whereas that was previously acting as support, now it's acting as resistance for today's candle. We see a continuation of the black bodies, but a very, very small black body, and it does suggest that the amount of downside momentum in net terms is no longer in the market, suggesting a possibility of a change of trend, but the buyers will need to be strong enough to breach that 1170 area. Now, it doesn't surprise to see this type of trading day where we're not getting any super strong follow through after this very extreme type candle. It's been a long time since we've seen a candle of that range and of that black body size, and it is something of an extreme day, and it's unusual for markets to follow through as strong as those type of days. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't get any follow through for the next day's trading, but what we do need to watch is this 1170 area very close. If we see early bullish activity up above there and above the previous high at 1173, we could see the market testing to 1185, but I suggest we'll probably find some strong resistance there at the area around this previous swing low if the market does get up to that area. To the downside, if we see the sellers continue in the market, then we have support at 1155 and then down around the 1145 area. But we do still have a bearish market in all three timeframes supported by the Chica span. Interesting thing to watch is that the Kijun-sen is pointing flat. Price action tends to be attracted back towards a flat Kijun-sen. So that's something to watch for. That makes the area around this 1170 resistance even more important over the next day's trading. Looking at our bands here, and here we saw the bearish breakout, the bearish follow through, the area around the bands holding as resistance, and the continued price activity down below the lower band, suggesting that we have a very strong negative bias in this market. Once again, very strong downtrending price action. If the market is able to rally, and I doubt that we'll do it all in one day, but if we do rally over the next few days, potential resistance around the bottom band at 1196 at the moment. Just looking a little overextended in the depth away from the bands. We could see some sideways price action or something of a retracement, but it probably won't breach the bands. The bands are now starting to widen, not too thick at the moment, not too wide, so suggesting that there probably is still some more downside to gold futures. Moving next to NYMEX oil, and here today we've seen that bearish breakout that we were looking for with that congestion area that was forming and the market breaching the strong support down around this $80 level. A very strong bearish candle, very large black body, largest body that we've seen for quite some time, suggesting that the sellers have taken strong control of the market. They're very strongly committed to taking this market lower. Looking at where the market tested to early in the price action in the trading day, we saw the area just above the Tenkan-sen and around the $81 level hold as strong resistance, and then the very strong price rejection from there, sellers being strongly committed to taking this market further lower. There is good potential for the market to trade down to the 77.28 level of support. This is something of an extreme day. We're not likely to see that type of strong candle, but watching that 77.28 area very closely, if we do have strong bearish activity down below there, there is a possibility of the market trading down to 74.95, but suggesting that we could see the 77.28 hold as some intermediate support. In terms of trending price action, obviously very, very strong downtrending market in all three timeframes, trading below edge of the Ichimoku indicators, and that bearish breakout and bearish close down below the support around the lows here was a move in line with the bearish trend in all three timeframes. And here we see the breakout down below, something of a wedge type pattern. It's probably a little bit too large to be a wedge, and these wedges that tend to move with the trend tend to be reversal patterns. But the test of whether a congestion area is going to be a reversal or a continuation is the way that the breakout moves, pure and simple. And here we've had the close down below the bottom barrier here, and it does suggest that it is going to be a continuation pattern. A very good likelihood of the market continuing to trade down to lower levels if we see the market bounce, looking to potential resistance at the upper barrier here, which is roughly about the 79.20 area. Moving next to the bands with NYMEX oil, and here we've seen the breakout down below the lower band. The previous trading within the band suggesting that we had an end to this downtrending phase, or a possibility of it. We saw the lower band and just below acting as support for the last few trading days, and now the bearish breakout down below. I'd like to see some strong bearish follow through to confirm once again, but that's probably more important when we have establishment of these first and second time frame downtrends. This suggests that we have a very strong negative bias in this market. Any rally may find strong resistance at the lower band at 79.87.